Yo, yo. What's up, everybody? What is up, everybody? Let me get y'all right. Get this off of here. Oh, 245 in the building. We haven't even started talking. We got a little bit to talk about. I would love if y'all would talk with me instead of me just sitting here talking to a camera. First things first, please put it in the chat. Am I clear? Am I clear? Can you hear me? Is the visual clear? I don't want it to be blurry. I don't want none of that. Let me know in the chat. Let me know. So ain't nobody gonna let me know. All right, it's all good, man. It's all good. Got basketball in the back. I ain't been on here in a minute, man. I just wanted to come talk to y'all, man. I ain't got a lot to talk about. Stuff going on. Hey, Chris, thank you. So it's a lot been going on. Sports. Let a couple more people get in here. Amir, appreciate it. Hey, man, listen. I'm going through it, man. My saving grace is the Thunder right now when it comes to NBA basketball. KD's out. They got swept. Dang, they got swept. They shouldn't have got swept. Should they have won? No. You know, I think this is what I always say. In the playoffs, everybody's flaws get exposed. And they went 3-0 versus the Timberwolves in the regular season. But we get in the playoffs. You cannot go in the playoffs without the right plan. You can't go in the playoffs and not play defense. You can't go in the playoffs without a point guard and think you're going to beat a team with a phenomenal point guard. It's not happening. Yeah, they just played too much one-on-one. Yeah, whatever. So Suns got swept. I don't know what's going to happen with them. I don't know what's going to happen with KD. But KD's my guy, man. So wherever he go, I go. So, you know, we'll take on the wrath of the world if he jumps ship or whatever y'all want to call it, whatever. Lakers lost. Everybody wants to see LeBron lose. I don't know why. I don't know why he gets so much hate. It's ridiculous to me. I don't know. But the Lakers lost. I don't think we ever had a shot to beat Denver, but put up a good fight. You know, we showed we can play with them, but just couldn't finish it out, man. They just got too much. So it leaves me with the Thunder. You know, I'm rooting for Anthony Edwards. He's probably going to be my next guy after KD. But it's the Thunder here on out. Let's see what we do. But, man, so I don't know how in the box. You know what? Let me send this to Norbs. I want to break some things down to y'all for people who don't know. Hold on, I'm sending this out, y'all. Sorry. Yeah, y'all put y'all questions in the chat. They'll pop up for me to see. And I answer these questions. And I'm going to be on Facebook and Twitter reading these questions. But y'all put them in the chat so we can talk. But so recently, I don't know if you guys watch boxing, but I want to talk about a situation that Ryan Garcia is dealing with. You know, recently he fought Devin Haney, and I'm not going to get up here talking about all the rap beef and all that's going on. Everybody's talking about that. I'm going to give you guys some insight to some things that is not opinion. It's just how the operation goes. And these are things that a lot of people wouldn't get to know. They're just speculation on how things work. So recently, Ryan Garcia fought Devin Haney. If you're not hip with what's been going on with boxing, there's a lot of talk. People was calling Ryan crazy, all these different things. He's not crazy. It was all a ploy to get everybody to buy the pay-per-view, to throw Devin off, and he showed up and he dogged him out, like, badly. Leading up to the fight, or when he showed up, everybody said, hey, listen, Ryan looking a little swole. I don't know if he's going to make weight, which led Devin to make that bet. First off, let me talk about how much of a genius Ryan is. Whether Floyd told him to do it or not, he's very smart for what he did. Times are changing in boxing. Times are changing. And people need to understand that now the belts don't mean anything anymore. So what Ryan did was actually really smart. So if you show up overweight, there's only a certain amount of weight that they can, per pound that they can charge you. The bet he took with Devin was $500,000 per pound. He was 3 pounds over. Y'all do the math. That's why his dad was trying to prompt him to not take this bet, because he was only going to lose. He lost 1.5. He was only going to lose, I think it's $75,000 a pound. So he knew, instead of trying to drain myself and come in overweight and make the weight, I'll just forget the belt because I don't want the belt anyway. I'm going to make the money and I plan on winning. So the win goes on his record. Most people are going to recognize him as the true champ because he beat the champ, but he was overweight. Okay. Smart, because if he don't care about the belt, that's the only thing you lose out on. A couple dollars to them, not to the world, a couple dollars to them, but I get the win and the money. Cool. Well, recently, yesterday, I think, he tested positive. It came out that he tested positive for PEDs. When everybody sees PEDs, they immediately think steroids. They immediately think he's cheating. He needed an advantage. Let me break this down. All PEDs is there's a substance list that we all get as professional athletes. Boxing, UFC, NBA, NFL, NHL, MLB, all of us. We all get a list, and they give it to us prior to the season. I'm sure they get it. You know, boxers don't have seasons. They fight when they fight, but I'm sure they have the list. There are things in over-the-counter supplements that you can take that will pop up on a test. So a lot of people's like, well, why don't they take blood? Why don't they do this? Why don't they? No. At the highest level, they still do urine tests. And hold on. So they still do urine tests. And people see PEDs and immediately think a person's cheating. But there's things you can take over the counter where it could test positive for PEDs. I've seen it. Thomas Davis got suspended in the NFL, one of my good friends from the Carolina Panthers. After you get suspended, you can submit all the things you were taking. He submitted what he was taking. Come to find out, something that was on the banned substance list was in something he was taking over the counter. So when Ryan tells you that he wasn't cheating, he didn't purposely cheat, you got to give people benefit of the doubt, because there are things that people can take over the counter that can pop on a drug test. Well, that's why they do an A and B sample. What is the A and B sample, and why don't they do it like right away? Here's what the A and B sample provides to everybody. So the A and B sample, what they do is, you got to understand the protocols of the drug test. What they do is they come in, they let you know, hey, you got a drug test. You got this window to take it. If you don't take it in this window, it's a fail. All right. You go in there. You have to pick every single thing. The vial it goes in, the box that is sent off in. You have to sign off on it. You got to get barcodes that all match. They have to match up to the paper. You have to check every single thing so there are no discrepancies with the collection of the urine. While you're taking the test, the drug tester has to sit and literally watch you take it. Not stand behind you, not stand next to you. You have to stand and watch you pee. So there is no hiding what's going into this urine. After that, They collect it. You have to sign off on it. They send it off to the lab. Well, if you do somehow test positive, you get 10 days to send it off to the B sample, which the labs don't go to the same labs. Let me explain it. If you send both samples to the same lab, they're doing the same test the same way. If you send it to a different lab, they're doing a test their way. So if they're testing like this and they're testing like this and they both come to the same conclusion, then there's no way that it's not negative. It is positive. So it's a better opportunity for the athlete, just in case there is, a mess up. Well, gee, why didn't they stop the fight? Why, if they knew beforehand that he was cheating, why did they stop the fight? Because it doesn't work like that. So somebody asked me and said to me, hey, well, when we take tests, you can find out the next day. The job lets you know if you found out. Okay, listen, no offense to anybody, but these are the best athletes in the world who bring in a lot of money. These are celebrity athletes who their championship and their money could depend on this. And these are millions upon millions of dollars for all of these athletes and companies and businesses. So you have to be very thorough when you're doing these drug tests, because one, you could tarnish a person's name. You could tarnish your brand's name. You could mess up an opportunity for this athlete or your company. And it's just a bad look when some insubordination goes on. And it's just, it just doesn't look good when you did this test and wasn't thorough about it and we made a mistake. Now that never goes away. Even if Ryan gets cleared, it'll never go away. People are going to always question whether he cheated or not. I don't think he did. I think it was accidental. And people forget Ryan was dealing with an injury prior to. He still had the rib injury, and there's no telling how long this stuff is in your system. So after he fought Tank, he fought again after that. If he was taking something after the Tank fight to help heal his injury, to help speed up the recovery, and it was working for him, and he kept taking it, but he didn't know that it was something in there that was banned. The reality is we do get the list, but a lot of us, most of us, majority of us don't read the list because we don't plan on taking anything that's given to us. We take regular stuff, pre-workout, vitamins, all this stuff. So he may have taken something he didn't know about. But here's the kicker. There is another substance, banned substance, that he tested positive for. It hasn't been confirmed, but they have to confirm it. This is nandrolone. Now, nandrolone is an anabolic steroid, and that is not over the counter. That has to be given to you. It has to be either ingested or injected. If he tests positive for this nandrolone, he did it. Take it from somebody who knows what happens at the highest level. These things you cannot get over the counter. They have to be sent to you or given to you. So if he does test positive for that, then he cheated. And at that point, that's where you say, dang, Ryan. I don't think he did, but it's not far-fetched to say that he did because he complained about his weight. He had an injury, and all he kept saying during the lead up promotion is, I'm so strong. Even at the final press conference, I'm strong. Everybody thought that he was joking, and everybody thought it was funny. But I'm pretty sure he felt that way. Okay, Gerald, what about the weight? Devin weighed more than him. It doesn't help you put on weight. It helps you put on muscle. People say, well, muscle weighs more than fat. Yes, but here's what you got to understand. What this nandrolone does is it puts your body through puberty again. All of us have been through puberty. If you're on here, if you're a child and you're watching this, probably shouldn't be watching this. Go do your homework or something. But I'm going to assume that the 661 people on here have been through puberty. So when you take these particular this particular supplement, it basically puts your body through puberty. You grow muscles faster. Like your body it's tricking your body into going through a puberty stage again, where you literally start to develop different types of muscles. So your body gets a lot more firm. No, Devin hasn't been coined as hitting that hard, but the way he was hitting Ryan, and Ryan was just, it can be looked at as, I don't know. Me personally, I don't think he cheated. I don't want to put that on nobody until it's confirmed. So I'm going to say he didn't, and it's accidental because the nandrolone did not get confirmed yet. They have to confirm that. The other one is for healing. And I don't think he might have, but if he's taking something for healing, I don't think he took anything to purposely get bigger, stronger, so he could fight little old Devin Haney. I really don't believe that. I just don't. It's like, I've been doing it this way all this time, and people are like, well, did you see how small he was at 135? That's why he didn't want to fight at 135. Look at how sunk in he was. But he was a little extra swole for this last fight. So I don't know. Just wanted to give you guys a little insight on that and clear the air on that. I don't think he did it, but we'll see. Hey, Danielle. Yo. Yeah, Boomer, man. I'm excited for this season. You know, a lot of people was talking about OU now, y'all. I'm excited for the season. A lot of people was talking about the spring game and who I thought about this and this guy and that. You can't really tell a lot in the spring. You see growth, but you can't really tell what the season's going to be because you're not game planning. You're not, weeding out. Everybody gets reps and all that. As the season gets closer in training camp, you start seeing who's who and who's going to do what. But I'm excited, man. The SEC, SEC is just another conference to me. A lot of y'all gonna say, well, gee, y'all was in the Big 12. SEC is the best conference. Okay, so OU's one of the best schools. I think it's the best in the country. So if you're the best school in the country and you're going to the best conference, what are we scared of? I don't know. Never made sense to me why everybody's so scared. But whatever. 700 people in here. I love y'all. I really appreciate it, man, because this is a random. What's today? Thursday? This is a random Thursday, and it's 6:24, and the playoffs are on. And y'all still sitting here watching me talk about a bunch of nothing. I would love to talk to you guys about what y'all want to talk about. If y'all would put your questions in the chat or call up, the numbers on the screen. Let's call up and talk about something. Hold on. Let me check Twitter. See if there's any questions on there so I can answer those. Old topic. Did you feel a lot of pressure being compared to Warren Sapp? No. I didn't feel pressure being compared to Warren Sapp because I'm me. Where we come from, Southside Oklahoma City, 405, we have a different type of swag about ourselves. We carry ourselves differently. I grew up around winners. My football team in high school, we didn't win much, but our basketball team did. I think in my time of being there, for the first 3 years, we went like 70-2, 70-3, 2 state championships, went to the state tournament every year in basketball. So I was around winners. My best friends was winners. Little League, we won the national championship. Went to OU, we went to the national championship. Should have won it. That's another story. I'm going to get into that in a second because I can say it now because I ain't there no more. And the coaches that was there when I was there ain't there no more either. So I can tell y'all what really happened. But nah, man, when you come from where I come from, you got to have confidence because they don't come where we are at to recruit us. So you have to carry yourself with a certain swag. So being from the south side of Oklahoma City, going to the University of Oklahoma football camp where nobody knows you, nobody expects you to be anything, nobody really cares. You're just another camper. But then you go down there and you make a impact. And Coach Stoops tells you, hey, when it's legal, you have an offer from Oklahoma. We kept it under wraps because it wasn't legal. But as soon as it was legal, my first offer, Oklahoma. So when you got the University of Oklahoma, which was our NFL team in Oklahoma, I mean, you could say it's the Cowboys, but no. In Oklahoma, the NFL team is OU. So I grew up watching them. You have an opportunity to go there out of high school. You got to have confidence to be that. You got to have confidence to be All-American from the south side of Oklahoma City. And I was ranked the number one defensive player in the country, you got to have confidence. You can't be worried about what everybody else is saying and what people, what the expectations are. I mean, forget all these people, because it don't matter what they say or what they do. When you step across those white lines, you got to go make the plays. So when I was at OU, man, we competed against the best. So now I'm getting drafted. Ain't no pressure. How is it pressure to follow in the footsteps of Warren Sapp when it's only one of him? It's one of him. It's one Aaron Donald. It's one Tom Brady. It's all that. I want to be the first me. I won't worry about being Warren Sapp. Yes, it was more of a joy for me. I grew up a Bucs fan. My favorite player growing up. Now I get to play on the same team as him, same position as him, and I know him. He's my mentor. Man, that's a dream come true. Forget pressure. I loved it. I loved it. So no, I didn't feel any pressure following footsteps of Warren Sapp because I was going to be the first me. Now there's kids that, man, you got to follow in the footsteps of Gerald. That's what my mindset was. That's how we are where I'm from. Just we got a different set of confidence where I'm from. Not just Oklahoma, period, even though I do rep the whole state where I'm from. I represent my people where I'm from, Southside Oklahoma City. Y'all know who y'all are if y'all watching this. I represent the Southside, always. We move different. Everybody knew how we was, even in sports. In the city, all our schools and stuff, they knew how we was. I know they knew how our high school was and how we moved, and I was a nice guy. Still the church guy, head of FCA, all that jazz. Oh, but the people around me, please. Yeah, all right. They knew how we was in anything we did. And I just carried that on through my whole career. I carry it on now. When I go on TV, talk on NFL Network, I'm me. And I'm going to say what I say. And the name of the show is I Said What I Said, because I'm extremely confident in me and my capabilities. And if I said it, I said it. It is what it is. So no, had no pressure. Oh, here you go. Cowboys fan. What up, Jay? It's my dog right here. Tyler Guyton, he a Sooner. So shoot, if he a Sooner, you winning. If I remember correctly, I'm trying to think. I could be wrong. The last Sooner to get drafted there, last couple Sooners, one of them was first team All-Pro wide receiver this year. That's what happened when you get Sooners, man. Y'all good. Y'all great hands, man. Great hands. Tyler, he a Sooner. So you good. Don't even worry about it. Yes, I will be back on NFL Network. Yes, I will be back. Thank you so much. I listen. Let me tell y'all something about Joe. He know, man, listen, Joe from where I'm from. He know how we are. We different from where I'm from. Everybody says that, but I'm telling you, when you around us, you better ask all my friends, all of them, and they'll tell you, G is nice. He avoid confrontation. He a church guy. Don't curse, none of that. But they tell you there's a different type of mentality with all of us, whether it's my wife, my kids, me, all my boys I'm around, other people from the city. They just know. We call it the city. When you come from where we come from, things are just different. Hold on, yeah, going on mute. Sorry, y'all. When the wife calls, you gotta answer. Anybody married and in a real relationship, you know, ain't no missing that phone call. But anyway, Joe, where I'm from, back to you, Joe. He where I'm from, man. We just move differently. We just different breed. I don't know if it's Oklahoma. We consider ourselves the South, but we really the Midwest. But It just kind of depends on where you from. I'm from the South Side, so we consider ourselves the South. You know, we just move different where I'm from in my city. The state, but where I'm from, yeah. Let's see. Oh, wait, hold up. Yes, I am coming back to NFL Network. I know I already answered that, but let me tell you a little bit about NFL Network. One, it was such a blessing. Here's what people go through, and 838 in the chat. Thank you guys so much. It's what time is it? Y'all know what time it is? It's 6:30 on a Thursday, and y'all are here listening to me. Thank you guys. I love y'all so much. But NFL Network, one, it was a great opportunity. It was a true blessing because what happens as athletes is we get so used to this routine of get up, go to work, do treatment, whatever, practice, meetings, all that jazz, come home, treatment, be with your family, do it all over again till game time. Off season, spend time with your family, get back in shape, go on meetings, do all this, get ready. So when you lose that, hold on, this is a little Gerald. What's up, son? Where y'all gonna play baseball at? Across the street? Yeah, I don't care. As long as I can see you. All right, love you. Yeah, so NFL Network, that was Bean, little Gerald. Um, NFL Network. Sorry if I'm boring y'all. I promise you I'm gonna get going. But I got a family and I don't put my family on hold for nobody. But NFL Network is a great opportunity because what happens is when we leave the game, we lose that routine and we get stuck. We don't know what to do. We get stuck in this place of I need something, especially if you competed at the highest level, all you know is competition. So this allowed me to, I knew I was gonna be on TV in some sort. Like I'm taking acting classes right now. I actually have been doing a lot of different classes where I'm doing a lot of different roles because my ultimate goal is to be an actor because I'm fascinated by it. But being an analyst is something I've always done anyway. I just analyze the game the way I do. But being on TV is very difficult. Once you get it down, they make it look easy. I won't say I make it look easy because I'm not that good, but they make it look easy and it's not. But it was a great opportunity for me, and I knew I was going to do it anyway. So I said, you know what? This lets me segue right into my next career. And it was a learning curve. I had to tell them, I'll let y'all decide about a little bit that goes on. I had to tell them, hey, talk to me and help me out and break everything down to me like I'm a fifth grader. Because once I understand properly, I'll give you what you need. So that's when I started to improve on the show. But I've always had a knack for you know, being in front of crowds has never been an issue for me. Uh, I always been a captain on every team I've been on because I was raised to be a leader, not a follower. Now you have to learn to follow before you can lead, but it makes you a much better leader. So being in front of the cameras never bothered me. Talking in front of groups, small groups, whatever, it doesn't bother me. I believe it's a gift and a blessing. So this was an easy segue. It's hard to do, but it was an easy segue because it's something that I know I can do. But yeah, NFL Network, what a blessing, man. And we got a lot of stuff brewing. I got some more stuff brewing. Y'all gonna be seeing me a lot more on this camera, on other cameras. So I'm excited. But thank you so much. That means a lot. More Facebook. You pulled a pretty baller move during training camp, signing autographs instead of staying behind the rope. You sat down in the bleachers with the fans and signed for everyone. Thanks, Gerald. No, thank you. You're thanking me, and you shouldn't be, even though I appreciate it. I thank you for the support, which is why I did it. Gerald McCoy could very easily be anybody else. Going on mute again. My wife is calling. Hold on, y'all. Be right We back. Sorry about that, y'all. Well, actually, I'm not, because my wife asked me to do it. I apologize for that. But anyway, fans, thank you so much. I do appreciate your kind words on here. But let me tell you something. Thank you. The reason I would do that is because sometimes training camp was free. People always ask me, Gerald, you would go sit in the stands with the fans, man. Nobody does that. Let me tell you why. I do it or done it. Training camp was free. And I understand that we as athletes make a lot of money. Everybody doesn't have the opportunity because of finances to go to a professional football game. I'm from Oklahoma. We had the University of Oklahoma, Oklahoma State. Those were our teams. Like going to a Cowboys game, you have to have money to go to a Cowboys game because it's not even in the state, let alone getting a ticket. OU tickets were not easy to get. So you didn't have an opportunity to be around professional athletes. So sometimes this was people's opportunity to go to a professional game. So I looked at it like I may never see these people ever again. So if this is their one interaction with Gerald, I'm going to make it the best one ever. I don't know if I ever see these people at the game, if I'll see them out in public. This might be their one chance to meet me and get an autograph from, even if it ain't me, just a professional athlete. You don't know how that can inspire anybody. You don't know how being how you are can inspire people. Let me tell you guys a story. I had done that multiple times, right? Sign these autographs. Sorry about that, yo. Sign these autographs. Been how I was. People telling me, you got to be a certain way. Your defensive lineman, you got to be like this and don't smile, don't help people up and all that, whatever. Like I said, where I'm from, we stand on who we are and we stick to it. So I was always like that. Well, one particular Sunday, I didn't know any of this was taking place. I'm warming up like normal, hugging people, shaking hands, kissing babies, all that jazz, dancing, doing what I do before a game because I hate being upset before a game or too uptight. I have to be fun and free and having a time of my life because that's what I love to do. We didn't win. No surprise there. Played through a rough time of being a Buck. Come out after the game and sign the autographs per usual like I always did. I was usually one of the last ones out because I took my time showering. Kind of think about through the game what just happened, do the interviews, and I come out. Sign autographs. My dad pulls me to the side. He said, "Gee, hey, I just met a gentleman who said he's seen you on TV. He's been hearing all these great things. He watched you before a game one time, and he brought his friend to the game. His friend said, I want to go see if what I'm seeing on TV or hear about this guy is real. So he comes to the game. He brings to the game. He's on the field. He sees me dancing and having a good time for the game. He sees me signing autographs, talking to people, whatever. After the game, he watched me sign autographs, even though we had just lost. And it wasn't a good one. I don't remember what game it was, but I just remember the state of mind I was in. It wasn't a good one. So, but I still, regardless of how I felt, sign autographs because my philosophy is I don't know when I'll ever see these people again. Let me make this a great moment for them. The guy said, I just want to let you know what happened today. My friend was going to commit suicide today after this game. Your son saved his life because he said if there's people who have the celebrity that he has and is how he is, that's on top of the world, and even whatever happens, they can humble themselves and be on the level of everybody else and not be arrogant and be this type of person, regardless of what happens, then there's hope for me. You never know how being yourself or how you treat people affects the people around you. So the reason I always sat in them stands and sign them autographs is because of that philosophy. I don't know when I ever see these people again. I don't know when I ever see these kids again. I don't know nothing about these people. All I know is they're here screaming for us. So if all it takes is for me to sit in the stands for a couple extra minutes and I got the whole rest of the day to recover, to shower, to have time to myself, and I only got to do this so many times per year. Come on, man. It just only makes sense to me. So thank you. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. Did the Buccaneers make a mistake not pairing you with Ndamukong Suh? Could you have played together? We could have, but it just depends on the scheme. You know, Aaron Donald played with Ndamukong Suh. It just would have depended. If they had allowed me to be a 3 technique and he was the nose or was interchangeable where we could move back and forth, I would love to play with Suh. I don't know why people think me and Suh got some type of rivalry because the media made it that way. We went to the Lombardi Trophy ceremony together, and my sister and his sister and me and him, we went out and shot pool afterwards. We was hanging out at the combine, at the draft. That's my guy. We was in the same draft, and we made it a point that the 2010 draft was going to take over the NFL, and I think we did that. That's my guy, man. I ain't got no beef with Suh. But no, I don't think they made a mistake because they paired him with Vita, and they got a Super Bowl ring. Worked out for me. So, no, didn't make a mistake. Living in Tampa, I was so excited when the Bucs got Deshaun Jackson. Signing Tom Brady made that look like nothing. Okay. The story behind the name Geraldini. Okay, I created the name Geraldini because one day in pass rush at OU, I did some move and I had won the rush, and then I did another move. It was like a fake spin or something, or I, faked him out and went another way, whatever. And I was like, "So you thought you had me locked up?" But I'm more like Houdini, man. I can get out of anything. I said, you know what? Just call me Geraldini, and it's stuck. Stuck. Kind of corny, but whatever. It's stuck. That's who I am. Whatever. Don't care. Ed, what up? Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Ed, you missed my boxing talk, man. You got in here too late. Now, one thing I said I was going to talk about is OU going to the national championship and losing. Still bothered by it. Still bitter. Still talk noise to all Florida fans, supporters, whatever. Ain't they fault. I'm just a hater. I can admit it. 1,000 in here. Thank you so much. Hey, man, like and subscribe. Go to my YouTube. I'm still working on learning how to edit to make these shorts so y'all can click and be something interesting. I'm working on all that, man. That's not what I do, but I'm learning the tricks of the trade. So go to the YouTube and start posting videos. My twins are about to start their YouTube. They about to have their own show, the Bean and Bug show. Y'all gonna love the twins, man. They are hilarious. Anybody who know my twins, y'all know they funny. But yeah, please get them YouTube numbers up. I know it's not very interesting right now, but I will make it interesting. But I need y'all to like and subscribe and follow and call in. I want to talk to somebody on the phone before my wife make me get off of here. So, yeah. OU went to the national championship and we lost to Florida. When I went and worked out after my injury at the Cowboys, I worked out for the Jaguars when Urban Meyer got hired. And he told me out his own mouth, all OU fans, clip, record, screen record, cut this and post it. I do not care. I do not care. Urban Meyer told me out his own mouth, we had no answer for y'all's offense. We could not stop you from moving up and down the field. If y'all had DeMarco Murray, it would have really been bad. Y'all messed up when y'all got in the red zone and stopped and did not throw to Jermaine Gresham. We all knew that, Urban. We kept saying it, but we stayed quiet as players because we had coaches that was there. But I'm grown. I don't care how they feel. We were driving up and down the field. This is the Florida offense with Percy Harvin and Tim Tebow and all these guys on the team, the dominant players. Lewis Murphy, my guy. Aaron Hernandez. They was loaded, man. They was loaded. Racist Riley Cooper. They was loaded. They had a squad, man, I'm telling you. But our defense was loaded. And they couldn't do nothing. 14-14 going to halftime. We lost 24-14. What does that tell you? Somebody couldn't score points. After scoring 60 points in 5 straight games, we get in this game and can't score more than 14. Something to that. But we got in the red zone 4 times. 4. Without scoring. Not the 2 we scored on. 4 without scoring. Because our coach was so bullheaded and wanted to run the ball. Let me show them how much tougher we are. Run the ball. Man, go score the points. Still bitter. Y'all probably don't care about that, but that was for the OU fans. Kevin Wilson, ego got in the way, and he didn't throw to Jermaine Gresham, who was a first-round tight end, and their tallest DB was 6 feet. Jermaine 6'6", 260 pounds. First-round tight end, and they didn't throw him the ball. All right, man. That's cool. Way to win, Florida. Happy for y'all. God dang Kevin Wilson, that offense. I love my brothers, and what y'all fault, man. Y'all can only run the calls y'all was giving. God dang Kevin Wilson. Clip that. I don't care. Post it. I hope he see it. What are you going to do to me? Nothing. Hey, we got a caller. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Let me mute this.
How y'all doing?
Wait, can y'all hear me? Oh, I got it. Yeah, they should be able to hear me. They should be able to hear you too, because I can hear you. Okay, go ahead, Chris.
Okay. Can y'all hear me now?
Yeah, they should be good. It's probably me they couldn't hear.
Okay. All right. So, Harper's pitching, 10U softball.
Mm-hmm.
I've got several other players on the team.
Hold on, Chris. Wife calling again. Hold on. Okay, Chris, I'm back. Go ahead. Hey, man, I appreciate y'all being patient and understand that anybody who knows Gerald knows I put my family first. This is all in fun. That's priority. So I appreciate y'all being patient. Chris, go ahead.
All right. So several of the girls on the team,
Mm-hmm.
they will be at practice pitching spot on.
Yeah.
As soon as they get out there in that game situation, it just collapses on them.
Yeah.
So my question for you to tell them, because you know how kids are, they don't listen to their parents or the coaches. But I've seen you from little league, high school, college, pro. How do you get through that mental block sometimes in game situations? You've done it in practice,
right?
But then you get out the field.
You want me to talk to the kids, or you want me to say how I do it?
Both. I mean,
okay. For a kid, yeah. Okay, so for children, here's what it is. And if the ladies can hear me, here's what it is. The kids, and my son does it. They get in this situation where they want to impress their parents, or they don't want to make a mistake. What you got to do is you got to tell kids to, hey, go out there, and it's okay to make mistakes. When we practice, that's what we practice for. So if we mess up in the game, we go to practice and we fix it. But ultimately, if you're out here because you enjoy doing this. You're having fun doing it. When you go out there and you're overthinking, or you don't want to make a mistake, or you're nervous, you're not having fun anymore. And most people play their best or perform their best when they're having fun. So my advice to anybody and everybody is go out and enjoy what you're doing. Have fun. I tell my kids all the time, I don't ever ask you to go make plays. I don't ever ask you to go score 100 points, get 50 tackles, or whatever it is. My most important thing is you play as hard as you can and you have fun. With all the training and work we put in, the plays will happen. And I live by this. Don't go out there and try and make plays. Do the things it takes to make plays. But ultimately, I tell my kids this: I will be more upset and bothered if you don't have fun doing what you're doing. So that'll allow them to relax. There are no repercussions or negative things that come from making a mistake in a little league game. Just go have fun. We're still gonna get ice cream. We still gonna eat afterwards. You still can get on YouTube and all that. I just want you to go as hard as you can. Focus on the things we worked on, but please just have fun. Don't worry about me. Don't worry about the other team. Just go out there and have fun and do what we worked on. And that's it. And that should lift this pressure that they feel, because what happens is now everybody's watching, and you got to tell them, hey, don't worry about everybody around you. Nothing has changed except the person you was going against got a different uniform on. That's it. But I need you to relax and just have fun. Go out there and hit that ball. Go pitch it the way you pitch it, and let me see you smile afterwards. And you got to give them some positive reassurance afterwards. When they do it, call their name, give them 2 big thumbs up and a big smile. That makes kids want to go harder. And even if they do make mistakes, hey, listen, remember how we worked on this, this, and this? Now, when you pitch it that way, that's not what we worked on. But don't worry about that. You're doing great. Now go out there and exactly what we worked on in practice, go do it out there. And you will start seeing the changes in results. It happens with me. Imagine being my son playing football. You know, there's a lot of pressure. Of course it is. I have to tell him to relax and just play ball. And I think if you do that with all the kids, it'll help out. It helps out with adults. Why are we getting in anything if we're not having fun doing what we're doing? Why are we doing it? You just doing it just to do it, especially if it's something you don't have to do. Have fun doing it. And then you'll be able to relax that way. So that's my advice to you, Chris. That's my advice to you, ladies. And always remember, girls, Taylor Swift is watching. So as long as Taylor Swift is watching, y'all should be great.
All right, man. I couldn't put it any better than that.
Yeah, thanks, brother. Hey, kiss everybody for me. Tell mama, pops, I love them. Tell everybody I love them. Vaya's promised this weekend, and her graduation is coming up. So we getting old, man. We are getting old.
I know, man. Hey, that's 40th is Sunday.
Oh, wow. That's crazy.
You know, it's crazy, man. But hey, tell everybody we give our best to them too. I need to holler at your dad. It's been a minute.
Yeah, give him a call.
I'll let them know. So give me a shout later, man.
I will.
All right, man. Love you, bro.
All right, love you too. Y'all hear his accent? Y'all can tell he's from Oklahoma, can't you? Chris, that's my family. I love them. Hold on, let me tell this youngin. Get this. Let me see. Hold on. What's your thoughts on the NIL reaching all the way down to high school? Joe, I will explain. I promise you. Let me make sure these kids get this food. Hold on. All right. NIL. So for people that don't know what NIL is, name, image, likeness, and it's an opportunity to get 1,150 in the chat. Love y'all. NIL, name, image, likeness. For everybody listening that don't know, it's an opportunity for you to get paid for your name, image, likeness. We didn't have this when I was in college. It was illegal. Hence why Reggie Bush got his Heisman taken for doing something that is minimal in today's time. So he deserved to get his Heisman back. Name, image, likeness. Paying high schoolers. If you feel high school is that marketable, then they deserve to make money. But here's my philosophy, and people call me an old head hater and all this. Don't care. Everything should be capped. Your high schooler should make as much as the college players are making, and the college players should make as much as the NFL guys are making. I say that because at some point we have to get back to where we understand that just because you're good in college, that don't mean you're going to be good in the NFL. So if you're not a pro, the motivation to become a pro is to make more money, to have an opportunity to be on these big stages and become this celebrity. Yes, there's a lot of people who are big time in college, but you're big time in college. Just because people know you, that's great. But why are you paying these people as if they are professionals? They are not professionals. That's why you see all these kids not in no rush to go to the league. And that's fine. Everybody can do it how they do it. But honestly, man, these kids are sponsored. So I just look at it like if a Disney Channel or Nickelodeon kid or star is getting paid and advertising or whatever, then pay him. But it's sports, and it causes a problem with kids talking crazy to coaches. You can't tell a kid making $3 million over the next so much years. He making more than the coaches. What you gonna say to him? He can use that like, man, coach, man, please. Times have just changed. But if a kid is worth it, pay him. Because I plan on my son being worth it. I promise you that. That's what we're working for. He's 9 years old, and he can bench press 65 pounds for reps. 3x5. He can rep it. At 9 years old, 65 pounds. For all of you non-weightlifters, that's a lot. For a 9-year-old, and he can rep it. Doing it for once is one thing, but repping it, nah. He's going to be one of those guys. So if he's worth it, pay him. But I just think it should be capped. That's it. I don't have no issue with it making it down to high school. See, your team was crazy. Bradford, Gresham, Murray, Trent Williams, Gerald McCoy. Hey, you know we all got in common? 06 class. Yeah. Best class to ever come through OU. Clip that. I said it. Clip that. All Sooner fans, OU, anybody that's OU fan that's watching this, I'm going to give you a second to turn on your screen record. Let me give you a second. Y'all ready? The 2006 high school class of the University of Oklahoma is the greatest to ever come through the university. I will argue with anybody if you have any other proof that we're not. Argue it. 3 of the first 4 picks in the 2010 draft, and we had 4 first-round picks. Heisman Trophy winner, a for sure first ballot Hall of Famer in Trent Williams. I would like to throw my hat in the conversation for a Hall of Fame, but we didn't win enough. So if I don't make it, I get it. DeMarco Murray, Offensive Player of the Year, led the league in rushing. He did that. I can just keep going, man. Like if I just really just went down the list, we really got those guys in our group. Numerous All-Americans, all Big 12, won before we went 3 or 4 Big 12 championships, went to a national championship, man. The 06 class is the best class to ever come through the University of Oklahoma. I said it. I stand on it. I would love for anybody to try and prove me wrong. Moving on. I always thought it was cool having an extra uppercase letter in the last name. Do you have any thoughts on that? No, it's just, I don't know. That's how he told me to spell it. I guess. I don't know. I ain't never thought about it. I would call when I'm sick. What's your thoughts on girls' high school football? I coach it and also the boys at the same time. Sure, if girls want to play, let them play. Now, I think that if you have enough to let girls on girls play, that's more fair. But if a girl wants to play with the boys and she can ball, let her go out there. It's fair game, though. Just know what you know. Just know what you're getting yourself into. But if she can handle it, let her play. You know. But my take on that is, if she comes to the boys' football team, she doesn't need to get treated any different because she's with the boys. And people say, "Well, Gerald, that's hard. She's a girl." Yes, but she chose to play the men's sport. Now, if they have the all-women sport, okay. But she's in the men's area. So, obviously, naturally, guys are not going to go full speed because it's like, man, I could really hurt her. But I say respect is respect. If she out here, let's see what she can do. I respect it. Both my girls played flag football, but if they wanted to put on the pads, I would probably be against it. But if they said, no, I really want to play, it is what it is. I respect it. And I'm for all women's sports. But I would prefer it to be woman-on-woman football. So, like, if you got real stars out there, they can shine. It's just not fair if they playing with the guys. That's just me. But because you got some super superb athletes that are women that are better athletes. I've been around numerous women that was way better athletes than me, for sure. But there's people who's better athletes than them. And it's just at some point they're gonna get overwhelmed with athleticism, and the strength. They just they can't be stronger than us. You can't. I don't care who your strongest woman in the world is. She's not gonna be stronger than the strongest man. It's genetics. Doesn't mean she can't be as skilled. Because listen, you know how skilled these WNBA women are? Please, guys be talking all this noise. Oh man, the women's basketball night. Go play them. Go out there and play them. And let's see. Bet you'll change your tune. Let's see what we got. Spence, what up, man? Do you think in our lifetime any women will play at the college or pro level? No. No. That's not a knock on them. It's just reality, man. Like, we're too entirely genetically too overpowering. No. They have. We've seen women out there, but one was kicking and one got in for a play at the end of the game. But like legit playing, no. Oh, flag? Heck yeah. I've been encouraging all girls to get in flag football because it's a fun sport. You can show your athleticism, and flag football is now an Olympic sport, men's and women's. Just saying. I encourage all women to get in flag. Any other questions in here? Hold on. Let me see, y'all. Let me see what questions we got on Twitter or Facebook. Hold on. Somebody didn't like the fact that NIL reached high school. Well, this is a show where you can say your opinion. That's yours. That's mine. I respect it though. Beans and chili or not? Well, it depends. I eat them both, but yes. Yeah, for sure. And depends on what you want, but I grew up eating beans or chili with cornbread. Boy, please. Y'all don't know nothing about that. No questions on here. Any more questions? Let me see. Let me check Facebook, y'all. I wonder if y'all can hear my son out there doing all that yelling. Oh no, all these comments came in from yeah, come on, Robin. Yeah. Yeah, beans and chili with cornbread, please. I would ask my wife to make that tonight if I wasn't trying to lose. Hey, y'all, listen. Let me tell y'all something. 1,200 in the chat. 1,250 people watching. Little old me, please. Man, I love y'all. Listen, send the word out, man. We need to get this going. 1,200 people watching me. Oh, I love y'all. Let me tell y'all something. I'm about to start acting. Okay. I'm putting a lot of effort into this. My analyst work I will continue to do, but even analyst work, because I only do football right now, has an off season. And that off season, in between those times, you can audition. And a little insight on how auditions work, you don't have to go in anymore. You send your audition tapes in. So with me not wanting to be put in at a certain box or certain space, I said, you know what, G? You've been 300 pounds since you was probably 13 years old, 14 years old. Yeah, 13 to 14. That's a long time to be 300 pounds. I'm over it, y'all. So started my weight loss journey. My wife ain't gonna like it. She hates when I start losing weight. She's 5'2", and I'm a large human, but it hurts. Y'all, it hurts. I feel perfectly fine. Like, I honestly feel like if you give me a month, I can go out there to OTAs right now and be just fine. Will I be my same self? No, because I'm not as young as I was. I got 2 knee injuries. But could I still get to the quarterback? Absolutely. Could I still play the run? Try me. I bet you my get off is still better than 80% of the NFL right now. And I haven't even been doing football training. I've done sprinting and working out and all that, but I haven't hit no sleds, hit the big bags, pulled sleds, all that. Give me a month, I could go do it right now. But I don't need to anymore. And my knees are hurting. My back is hurting. I'm just tired of being a large human. Now, I know y'all saying, gee, you still going to be 6'4". I say 6'5", but you're still going to be 6'4", 280 pounds, 290 pounds. The plan is to get down to 275. That's a great walk around weight. To me, that's not a big person because I've been around super large humans my entire life. So as much as I would love to have beans and cornbread right now, can't have it. And my daughter's prom is this weekend. We're going to eat good. Next weekend is we're doing a family photo shoot coming up. We're going to eat then. The next weekend is Mother's Day. We're going to eat then. Anybody want to go on this weight loss journey with me? It's depressing. G, what type of practice do you have your son working on so far? My son's only 4, but starting to lift already. Don't let him lift. Let him lift his body weight. Let him do push-ups, body weight squats, wall sits, those types of things. My son is 9. He's about to be 10. He's just now starting to actually lift weight. And he still doesn't go to a certain extent because people say it's a myth. You can stunt your growth. No, you really can. Your growth platelets are like this. Okay? So when you add muscle, they start to fill up and they have no room to steady do this because they're being blocked because there's so much muscle around them. That's why it's not a myth. the people who say it's a myth. Your growth plates have to spread out. That's how they grow. If there's muscle blocking them from moving, you can't grow. All you experts. So I just like to have him stronger than your average 9-year-old, and every year will grow. By the time he gets to high school, I wanted him to be at a bench 315 pounds. I couldn't do it. He will. Watch. You gonna get your son into wrestling? I would love to. Wrestling was huge for me for flexibility, mobility, cardio. But I would have wrestled in high school, but I wasn't losing weight to wrestle. I'm sorry. I needed to play football. I knew I was playing football. I wasn't going to wrestle at the next level. So why am I losing all of this weight to try and wrestle in high school and still not even be that good? I wasn't that good. I was athletic. I knew little things, but like I practice MMA now and I ain't that good a wrestler. So what's the point? No. So no, I don't know if he'll get into wrestling. He wants to play baseball. He plays basketball, football, things of that sort, but we'll see. Wrestling is great for cardio. I encourage anybody to get into wrestling. I did track too. I did all the sports. Sorry, I'm getting blurry from moving. Forgive me. Sorry about that, y'all. I did all the sports. Y'all know what I used to love? Oh, I used to love leaving school, or the best was the track meet days. I used to find any reason not to go to first hour. Like, oh, stomach hurt. I just didn't want to go to class. Like, why am I going to class? We about to leave. Track meets. Anybody in here that did not experience track meets, y'all missed out. Y'all didn't live life. If you did not experience any level of track meet, not the out of school ones, the in school track meets, you missed out on life. And I feel bad for you. Joe. Hey, Joe, you know what I'm talking about. Joe, you know what I'm talking about. Those track meets was popping at every level. And Joe was a monster on the track. So Joe had to really be, I just threw a shot put in the discus. So I sit and chill. I'm walking around getting to meet people, all this. Shoot, the track meet, I don't know if y'all remember a guy named Reggie Smith. He was a superstar athlete in Oklahoma. Went to Edmond Santa Fe, went to the University of Oklahoma. My freshman year, he was the 05 class. Man, this is what made me even want to go to OU even more, or I was so happy to be there. Reggie ran on the field for a punt return, and this was his second year, and they started, Reggie. I was looking around like, oh my gosh, I need to be a part of this. And I was. It was incredible. But going to a track meet, I ran into Reggie Smith. He was the one who tried to help me. Like, he still talks about me to this day. Like, shoot, I didn't know what to tell you. I came up to, I was like, hey, listen, I'm starting to get recruited. You know, you the man around here. You went through it. Any advice you got for me or something? Anybody who know Reggie know that's too much for him. Like, I don't do all that. He's like, I don't know, man. Just, enjoy it and pick the best school. And I didn't really say nothing that I remember. I just remember him looking at me like I was this weak kid walking up to him because asking him about getting recruited. Man, y'all don't understand who Reggie Smith was. Reggie was on the front of a magazine wearing a crown, whatever this is that the kings wear, and a scepter or whatever they call it. On the cover of the magazine, they was calling him King Reg. See, here's the difference in me and most people. I don't care if I am at your level, all pro, Pro Bowl, Hall of Fame, whatever. I'm a fan of the people who do what I do at a high level. I was a fan of Reggie Smith. Man, dude treated me like a hype man. Like, dang, Reg, that's tough. It's all good though, Reg. Just still my dog. When he in the group chat now. He the same old Reg. He still don't respond to us. Still, whatever. Anyway, Reg, if you see this, I love you. But Joe, y'all remember them track meets? Boy, what? Y'all not knowing? Hey, I'm trying to tell you. Anybody who ever been to track meets, y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. And why is it 1,330 people in here? God, I love y'all, man. Dang, I just want to. Woo! Listen, I love y'all. Because this is just impromptu. I don't have a show that I set up every week, so I expect this many people. 1,300 people in here at 7 o'clock on a Thursday, and y'all listening to me talk about a bunch of nothing. Man, I love y'all. Going back to why I used to sit in the stands and talk to fans and sign autographs because of stuff like this. It's 7:19. It's 1,330 people in here. I'm rounding up. Let's see, 1,328. Let's get to 1,330. And like the love y'all show me, man, it don't have to be me. So I always appreciate it. Do you have nice things to say about Derrick Brooks? I've been to games recently and he was standing on the field mid-game watching nobody would dare to tell him get off. Why would they? It's Derrick Brooks. One of the greatest players to ever play football, let alone the Bucks. Why would they? What they gonna say? Yeah, I love him. Derrick Brooks is a great guy. That's why you don't see nobody say nothing to him. There's no quarrels with Derrick Brooks. I love him. Great dude. Hey, oh man, that's what I'm talking about. Now we talking. Man, y'all know what I like. Michael Jackson, Kobe Bryant, Kevin Durant, football, movies, comic books, family. That's now we're getting somewhere. X-Men 97. I'm going to give you guys a chance to anybody listening that's a comic nerd like me or feel a certain way about these movies or whatever. I'm going to give you a chance to cut this and screen record this as well. You got 10 seconds because I'm going to say this and I don't care how y'all feel about it. Send it to all the blogs, send it to Marvel, send it to all whoever wants to hear it. I don't care. Y'all ready? X-Men 97 is the best thing Marvel has put out since Infinity War. Gerald, what about Endgame? Endgame was mid at best. Yes, I said it. And I stand on it. Everything that happened in Endgame besides Cap picking up Thor's hammer was predictable. When they went to get the Soul Stone and you knew only one person, somebody had to die, y'all really thought that Hawkeye was going to die knowing this is Disney and he got a wife and kids and they was going to let him die? Whereas in Black Widow just got her sister. So y'all didn't know Black Widow was going to die? All right, man. Y'all didn't know that. So they didn't have it basically set up to where time travel at the end of Ant-Man and the Wasp, when they got stuck in the quantum realm, everybody who watches these knew the quantum realm or time travel was going to be the way to get all this stuff done. Very predictable. Everybody knew the only way to stop Thanos is to snap him instead of him snap. Very predictable. Avengers Endgame was just okay. The fight scene at the end, it was cool. Best part of the movie. Everything else was just a long, drawn-out story where we knew what was coming. Cap going back and down. We already knew Cap. This was probably his last time because we knew the contracts with Chris Evans. We knew Robert Downey Jr. was done, so we knew he was going to die at some point. Did we know he was going to die like that? No. Did we know Cap was going to die at some point? Yeah, but the way he went, it was cool. Whatever. But they left Captain America up to Sam Wilson, a.k.a. the Falcon. One of the worst characters in all of the Marvel movies. Not the actor, the character. He's horrible. He's the new Cap. That's how Endgame left us. The Hulk got beat on in Infinity War. You mean to tell me you started the movie letting the Hulk get dogged out so you can establish Thanos' dominance? And everybody waited for the Hulk to get his get back on Thanos. And he didn't bite a finger. He didn't even swing on Thanos again. He running all down the field, fighting all these people, throwing people all through the air with one arm. Y'all didn't even let my dog get his arm back. And y'all want me to think Endgame was a good movie? Please, man, yo. The Hulk still ain't got his get back. They asked the Russos. The Russos was who directed it. Hey, so does the Hulk ever get his arm back? Well, in our story, he doesn't get his arm back. We'll leave that to whoever writes the next thing about the Hulk. That's the stupidest thing. Then they made him Professor Hulk because he figured out how to be Banner and Hulk together. But one, people don't understand the Hulk. The angrier he gets, the bigger, stronger he gets. He wasn't even mad the whole movie. He was fake mad, hitting on cars and stuff when they went back in time, man. Endgame, man. Y'all understand. This is coming from a nerd standpoint. I watched these movies build up from 2008 when Iron Man, then the Hulk, then Thor, Captain America. Okay? All to culminate to this final movie. And this is what y'all do. Predictable storyline. Left my dog out there. Who asked for Fat Thor? Who asked for that? Like, seriously, who asked for Thor to be fat? And then I was for sure at the end of the movie when he, like, you know, Thored out, he stayed fat. Oh my God. Anyway, I ain't talking about Endgame being just basic all day. But anyway, X-Men 97 is the best thing that Marvel has put out since Marvel has been struggling since Infinity War. I said it, and I stand on that. Bo DeMaio, bring him back. Why they fired him, I don't know. I'm not going to say anything about it, what ethnicity he is or his race. Not going to say anything like that. Not going to do that. But the dude's a genius, and he's giving every fan a bit and piece of what they wanted to see from X-Men. And storyline is phenomenal. And they already got 3 seasons brewing. They just signed on for, they're thinking they're going to sign up for season 4. I would love to see Spider-Man 98, the Spider-Man 94, Spider-Man, the Amazing Spider-Man cartoon of 94. They're thinking about bringing it back, and I think the success of X-Men 97, plus his cameo on the last show, if you didn't watch it, sorry, just spoiled it. His cameo on the last show, they was rumoring that he could show up. He showed up. So now hopefully we get X-Men 98. I mean, Spider-Man 98. Because that show, honestly, I believe is the blueprint for the Marvel Cinematic Universe that we see now. Every character, almost every storyline, everything that took place on that show is what we're seeing right now. So it's only right to bring him back. So yeah, X-Men 97 for show. We're not doing that. We're not talking about Mike Tyson and Jake Paul. Jake Paul gets no play in this ride. Heck no. Think we will ever see World Breaker Hulk? No, because they're afraid to have a person that's that dominant. They even water down Superman. So we'll never see World Breaker Hulk. Because they turned Planet Hulk into a freaking Thor movie. A lot of people don't know because they're casuals. When in Thor Ragnarok, when Thor went to that arena and fought Hulk and Hulk was there, that's a cutoff from a story called Planet Hulk, where Hulk did leave Earth. He went there, but Hulk ended up getting married. That's where that son came from. So a lot of y'all don't keep up. In She-Hulk, Hulk came back and he had his son that he had met when he had left the planet. That's what Planet Hulk was about. But they took a piece of that and put it in Thor Ragnarok. So if they're afraid to do that, and now they're saying the Hulk can't get his own movie, we'll never see World Breaker Hulk. Ever. And it pains me. But no, Jake Paul, man, please. Y'all sitting here calling this man a professional boxer, but he won't fight any real fighters. But y'all just sitting here keep buying his pay-per-views, and I ain't doing that. No, not doing it. I think I bought the first one. No, the first one wasn't pay-per-view. I don't know. Now I think about it, I don't think I ever paid for a Jake Paul fight. Why would I? Please. No. Y'all can keep doing it if y'all want. I'm not doing it. I don't watch it. I don't watch the fights. I'm not watching this. Why would I waste my time watching Jake Paul and Mike Tyson? Y'all can be interested. I'm not. I'm not hating on anybody who is interested, but I just don't care. Like, why is Mike Tyson tarnishing his legacy for this? It's not an exhibition. It counts against their record. Like, stupid. Have you heard about Wesley return of Blade? Yeah, I heard about it, but I believe it when I see it. quick history lesson. Then I'm gonna get off of here. Marvel was going bankrupt. What they thought. So, X-Men animated, Spider-Man animated, all those shows brought in a lot of revenue for Marvel, but sales had fallen off from the TV shows to the movies they had planned on making to merchandise, all of it. Marvel had really fallen off because superheroes were not really a thing that people were into. There was a certain actor, dark-skinned dude, played Nino Brown. His name is Wesley Snipes. Wesley Snipes was an action hero, an action star. He made a lot of action movies, Passenger 57, I think it is, and all this other stuff, Money Train and all these movies, right? Where you see him doing all this karate and this action. Wesley Snipes was signed on, I'm getting into that. Yes. Wesley Snipes was working with a studio to make a movie that came out in 2016 that we all loved, and it broke a lot of records. This movie is called Black Panther. Wesley Snipes was originally signed on to play Black Panther. They were in the middle of making a script, and it was taking forever to get the script going, to get the production going. Well, in comes a new studio that is looking to get an actor to play Blade. I will give you exactly who it was. Hold on. It's a good story. It was from, let me see. Y'all gonna laugh at this. Oh, yeah. Here it is. So they were getting ready to make Blade, right? The initial actor they want to play Blade. Now, I don't care how incredible this guy is an actor. They wanted him to play Blade was Denzel Washington as Blade. The Equalizer don't do all the stuff that Blade do. As cold as Denzel is, he wasn't being no goddamn Blade. The next person in line they wanted to play was Lawrence Fishburne. Not as far a stretch because he was Morpheus. Did pretty good. But was he Blade? So they said, you know what? Let's try and get Wesley Snipes. They send the offer to Wesley. They're taking too long to get going on Black Panther. He leaves Black Panther, comes over and makes Blade. The success of Wesley Snipes' portrayal as Blade saved Marvel from going bankrupt. It was the catalyst that catapulted them into making X-Men, and then in comes Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire and all of it, Fantastic Four and Ghost Rider and all these people. Fast forward. Fantastic Four, Silver Surfer comes out in 2007. Following year, 2008, Robert Downey Jr. plays Iron Man. And now we got the MCU. All of that would not have been done if Wesley Snipes did not play Blade the way he did. If Marvel does not bring him back in some capacity in any of these movies, they are doing this man and everybody in Hollywood a disservice. Because if they do not, that goes to show that being this color has a lot of negatives in Hollywood. You want to clip that too? I'll say it again. I don't care. And I'm trying to be in Hollywood, but I'll say it again. Wesley Snipes as a black man is why he has not gotten the credit he deserves for saving Marvel. I will say it again because I don't care how people feel. Wesley Snipes being a black man is why he has not gotten the credit he deserves for saving Marvel. They were going bankrupt. They made more Blade movies after him. How did those do? Did y'all even know that? I'm sure you didn't. Wesley Snipes' portrayal as Blade, as a character that was a probably C-list hero. See, everybody's praising Robert Downey Jr., which I praise him too because he's incredible. But his comeback was that put him back on the map because Robert Downey Jr. was an incredible actor already. But what put him back on the map was playing Iron Man. Iron Man, and this is actually praise for Robert Downey Jr. Iron Man was a B-list hero. He wasn't in the Batman, Supermans, which is DC, but he wasn't in the Spider-Mans and all these top heroes that's in Marvel. He wasn't. Iron Man wasn't one of them. So why do you start the Marvel Cinematic Universe with Iron Man, Robert Downey Jr.? How did they end the first portion of Marvel? Robert Downey Jr., because he's that guy. But the point I'm making is Wesley Snipes being Blade is the reason that this company is where it's at, because they were going bankrupt. Give my man Wesley his proper credit for what he done. He hasn't had a cameo. They haven't said thank you. He hasn't been brought up on stage. They haven't done nothing. Nothing. And they need to. So all these reports of Wesley's going to be in this movie and be in that movie until I see it, whatever. 1,400 people in the chat. I think they wanted Will Smith at first, right? Nah, it wasn't Will. It was actually Denzel and Lawrence Fishburne. Oh, you corrected it. My fault. Yeah, me neither. Like, Blade is Blade, man. So anyway, it's y'all's history lesson for today. I'm going to say this one more time. Since I started the stream with this, I'm going to end the stream with this. Just a little education on the drug testing process for, I don't know how much y'all are into boxing, but I talked about this when I first got on. Just a little clarity, things that y'all won't get to hear, just like some of these stories I'm telling you. A little clarity on how the drug test process goes. Backstory of why I'm saying this. A lot of us watched Ryan Garcia fight Devin Haney. They fought at 140 pounds. Ryan Garcia, he got stopped by Tank Davis. So I don't want to disrespect him, his Muslim name. So I'm sorry if I don't know it. Ain't trying to disrespect you, brother. But we know you as Tank Davis. I'll call you whatever you want to be called, but I just don't remember it right now. But Tank Davis stopped Ryan Garcia at 135. Ryan said, I'm not fighting at 135 anymore. I'm going up to 140. He goes up to 140. He wins a fight, knocks the guy out. Devin Haney goes up to 140 after being undisputed at 135. He beat Regis Prograis. He sent out an offer to Shakur. Didn't happen. For whatever reason, Tank didn't fight him. All these people, it didn't happen. Him and Ryan Garcia, they lock in. They fought 6 times in the amateurs. They went 3-3. Now this is the tiebreaker. All of this lead up to this fight, Devin Haney's focused. He's locked in. He's the better boxer, this, and this. I had him picked. Most people had him picked. Ryan, he's a showman. He got here from being a social media star, blah, 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 this, and this. He acted crazy through the whole promotion. He came in overweight. Brilliant. Let me tell you why. Hold on. This is young Gerald. Yes, it was brilliant. I don't know who told him to do this, Floyd or whoever, but it was brilliant. Let me tell you why. Belts in boxing don't matter anymore to this new generation. It matters to people like me who value championships, who value the belts. Everything's about the money now. It's just about the money. And that's fine. If that's the generation we in, that's the times we in, it's time to evolve, man. We got to stop getting stuck in the old ways. But now guys are worried about their record. They're not too concerned about the belts. They're worried about their record and money. Ryan coming in 3 pounds overweight was brilliant. Let me tell you why. In boxing, you can only get fined so much money per pound. Now, the fight can either get canceled or you can keep fighting. That's just not for the belt. He didn't care about the belt in the first place. He needed the advantage. Come in overweight. He knew he was going to be overweight. That's why at the press conference, he jumped out the window, and his dad said, no, don't make that bet. He made a bet with Devin Haney that every pound he was over was going to be $500,000. They made a bet, whereas the commission would have only charged him, I think, $75,000 per pound. If you're making $30 million on a fight, $75,000 per pound, that's pennies to them. So he's not worried about the money anyway. I'm going to come in overweight, feel good, don't have to drain myself to get to 140. Devin drained himself, whatever. The fight went the way it went. He beat up on Devin badly, very badly. Well, yesterday, I'm just giving a backstory. Everybody who knows this, be patient with me. I'm giving a backstory for people who don't know what I'm talking about. They think I'm just rambling. So this is what happens when you start getting in media. So he beats him up pretty badly. Wins the fight clear, wins the money, gets the W, but he doesn't get the belt. He doesn't care about the belt. Well, yesterday it came out that he tested positive for PEDs. What are PEDs? Performance enhancing drugs. Everybody hears PEDs and thinks steroids. He's cheating. Oh my gosh. He needs an advantage. Wrong. NFL, MLB, NBA, MMA, boxing, all these professional sports have a list of banned substances that you cannot take, that you can test positive for, and is against the rules. You cannot take them. Some of these substances are in over-the-counter supplements. Some of these substances are used to speed up the healing process. Sometimes you got to break down scar tissue, so you might take something to help break down the scar tissue. You might do a little mini injection to help break down the scar tissue. Or you just might not be healing fast enough. You're not doing it to gain an advantage. People are forgetting that Ryan was dealing with a rib injury before the fight, before Haney. He could have been taking something to help him get through that rib injury. Might have felt good. He wanted to use it going into the next training camp to make sure nothing happened. And he got popped. I believe him when he says he wasn't cheating, because what he was taking was not an anabolic steroid. It's used for healing. It speeds up the healing process. Now, here's the kicker, and this is for everybody who wasn't here. He also tested positive for something else. It hasn't been confirmed, but this other supplement is called nandrolone. Nandrolone is an anabolic steroid. And it's something you can't get over the counter. It has to be given to you. Can't be prescribed. I guess it can be prescribed, but it has to be given to you by a doctor. You can't just go get that. So if he does test positive for that, now we got an issue. But the drug testing process, Gerald, if he tested positive prior to the fight, why did they let him fight? These are the highest paid athletes in the world. A-list celebrity level athletes that their names can be tarnished. The company's name can be tarnished. They can lose out on money, belts, all types of opportunities if you are not thorough with your drug testing process. So what happens is the drug testing process goes like this. You get drug tested. You don't find out the results. If you even find out, you only find out results if you test positive, but you don't find out results until, depends on what the sport is. Boxing, they found out 10 days later, 2 weeks later. Football, it might be a month. You might be a month into the season and find out you tested positive. Well, when did I test positive? I took the test way in training camp. That's how it goes. Got to be thorough, especially in the NFL. It's tons of athletes. So you got to be thorough. What happens? They alert you have a drug test. Drug test guy comes in. You have to pick every single item that is on there. And I'm only doing this for the people who weren't here at the beginning. I'm just breaking it down again, because I'm sure a lot of people have been wondering what's going on and how this process goes. This is the insight to how it goes. You pick everything, the vial, the box, the barcode. You have to check every number and sign off on it. Then when you take the test, they're not behind you. They're not next to you. They don't send you in a bathroom. They stand there and watch you take the drug test. They take the urine sample. They pour it in. They have to seal it. You have to make sure it's fully sealed. Check it, double check it, so there's no tampering with the sample. You have to sign off on it, make sure all the barcodes is. You watch them fold it, close it, seal it, send it away. So Ryan tested positive in one of his samples. Well, it's all one set of urine. Yes, but there's an A and a B sample. They go to two different labs. One goes to one lab, one goes to the other lab. The thought process behind that, if we're both testing for the same thing, but we do it two different ways and end up with the same result, it has to be true. But if you send both samples to one testing site, what's the point of doing a B? We're doing the same thing, the same process. That's why you send them to two different sites. All the drug tests do not go to the same place. So he has an opportunity to test for the B sample. And if it comes back positive, it is what it is. I still personally, even if it does come back, I think it's going to come back the same. If it does, what he took, I think was a real accident, because it's not like, oh, he used it for an advantage. He might have really been dealing with an injury or healing, or he wants to, whatever it is. But if it's banned, it's banned. I had a buddy named Thomas Davis. This is public record, so I'm not giving it away. He got suspended. He took something over the counter. When you get tested positive, you can submit everything that you were taking. You can list it and you give it to them so they can check it. He looked and found out something he was taking had something that was on the illegal, on the banned substance list. Honest mistake. It happens. Hey, it's still on there. Guy gets suspended. I think that's what happened with Ryan. But if this nandrolone is positive, him on the press conference, I'm strong. He kept talking about how strong he was, how he felt. I feel like I'm just, he kept showing up with his shirt off. He kept talking about how strong, I just feel so strong. If he get popped for this nandrolone, because what it does is it puts your body through puberty. People who didn't see this is for the people who didn't see it. Oh man, I'm gonna be on here till we get 1,500 in here. This is for the people who didn't see it. What nandrolone does is, and anybody who's just getting in, nandrolone is a banned substance. It's an anabolic steroid. And what it does is it puts your body through puberty again. We've all been through puberty. Hey, again, I'm going to give this disclaimer. Parents, if you have kids on here watching me right now, they should be getting showered and ready for bed anyway. They shouldn't be on here. So kids, if you are, make sure your homework done, go clean your room, get ready for bed. But adults, which most of us are, all of us are, I'm hoping, 1,500. Come on, we have 1,498. Let's get to 1,500. We've all been through puberty. That's where our bodies start to change, men and women. We start to grow different things. Different things start to drop. We start growing hair. Voice get deeper. We start growing muscle. That's why when you hit puberty, you should start lifting weights, because that's the time where your body is growing the most. Start getting growing pains. You see people go in the summer and they be 5'4" and they come back and they 6 feet. You're like, God dang, he hit puberty. That's what happens. So, yeah, I'm telling you, he know nandrolone, man, it ain't no joke. So what it does is it puts your body through puberty and it helps build muscle. So people will say, for the people who don't know, Devin Haney came in heavier than Ryan Garcia. So people question the 3 pounds. Was it that big a difference? No. The big difference was if he took that nandrolone, because what it does is it puts muscle on you. And people say, well, muscle's heavier than fat. It is. But what nandrolone does is it's solid. It makes your muscles more solid. You become a lot more dense. You could look like you 140, but you hit like you 200 because your body's more dense. That's why Devin was hitting him in his side, and hitting him. And Ryan was just, he was yelling at him. I don't know. When Ryan came into the fight, he did look a little extra swole. Like swole, not like chubby. He looked like he was like swole. So we'll see. But that's just a little background on the drug testing process. That's how it goes. So hopefully he didn't cheat, man, because he did fight great. I would love to see. I didn't have him winning, but he won. I honestly think the ref saved Devin. He should have been done in the 7th. But if he did cheat, man, that's tough. And I hate that for Devin, because he did do everything right. And for a guy to come in and do that, but I don't think he did. I'm not the guy out here saying, Ryan, you cheated. I don't think he did. And I'm hoping he didn't, because it's just like fair and square. The reason I'm hoping he didn't, and people need to stop saying this about Devin Haney. Devin Haney gained an even bigger fan from me because people question his toughness and everything about him. I don't care how many times he got knocked down. He got up every single time, and he made it to the end of the fight. He got up every single time, and people question his toughness, his chin, and all that. Yes, he was getting dropped. Ryan hits hard, but he got up every time. And this is a life lesson, and this is a sports lesson, and I'm going to end on this. It ain't about how many times you get down. It's about how many times you get up. Get off the ground. So what? Now what? So what? He kept getting dropped. Now what are you going to do about it? I'm going to get up. I'm going to finish this fight. I'm going to go back to the drawing board, and I'm going to come back better. And that's how we should all do in life. That's just a segue into my exit. Whatever happens in your life, y'all, 1510 in the building. I love y'all. Whatever happens in your life, don't matter how many times you get knocked down, so what now what mentality? Get up, because they don't care. Nobody cares. They don't. All your homies, these your boys, some of them really care. The world, no. Your family, yeah, some of them don't care. The world, for sure, no. So what now what? What are you going to do about it? We get knocked down. Things happen. I retired way sooner than I wanted to. Kept getting injured. Can't help that. I put in all the necessary work. I did the recovery. I stayed in shape year round. Nope. Anybody who knows me knows how the work I put in. I did not cheat the game. Couldn't stay healthy. It is what it is. So what now what? Now I'm on TV. What are you going to do about it? So Devin Haney got all my respect. Everybody in this chat, y'all got all my respect. I love y'all. 1,519 people in here at 7:50 at night, and the NBA playoffs is on. And y'all in here watching. I think I look good, but y'all in here watching regular old looking Gerald from the south side of Oklahoma City. I love y'all for that. That's what I'm gonna leave y'all with. So what now what? I don't know who needs to hear that, but just know there is somebody out there who loves you, somebody out there who cares, but the majority don't care. You got to go out there and get it. Find a way to make a way. Work with the end in mind. Don't give up what you really want for what you want right now. So when times get tough, don't stop because it's tough and you need a break. That's what you want right now. What do you really want? What do you want ultimately as a goal? Do you want to be a champion? Do you want to own your own business? Do you want to be married? Do you want to stay in your marriage? Do you want your kids to make it to college? Do you want to be a doctor? Do you want to be a pastor? Do you want to graduate high school, graduate college? I don't know what it is. But if you stop, it won't happen. Don't sacrifice what you really want for what you want right now. Don't be afraid to separate yourself in some way. Find a way to do it. Don't be like everybody else. Why? Why do what everybody else is doing? How can you stand out and be unique? What makes you different? What makes you different? Find a way to separate yourself. The thing that kills me is we get up every day and see the most unique thing in the world in the mirror. The most unique thing in the world every day we all see. It's us, because it's only one of us. So why be like everybody else? Don't do what everybody else is doing. If your boss tell you to do something, okay, then you got rules or whatever, follow the rules. Be the best you within the rules. But if this is the wave and all this, and this is what people are doing, and you worried about looking away, but you know this is the right way to get to where you want, forget these people. That's why this show is called I Said What I Said. From the south side of Oklahoma City, and that's what we live by. We move how we want to move to the beat of our own drum, and we do what we want, how we want, within the rules. So, again, the world don't care. Find a way. So what now what? You are the most unique thing in the world because it's only one of you. Find what your gift is. Not your talent. Find out what your gift is and maximize it. Get away from dream killers, people telling you can't do it. Oh, it's too, I don't know about that. If your dream ain't big enough to where people laugh at you, if people don't laugh at your dream, it's not big enough. I don't know what y'all want to do, how life is going to go. But I know if you stop, you'll never get there. Don't sacrifice what you want, what you really want for what you want right now. So what? Now what? I love y'all. Spread the word. These are random live sessions, but I've been in here almost 2 hours. I'm going to save this and try and find the best clips and post it on YouTube. Please follow, like, subscribe. My YouTube is Geraldini93. My Twitter's Geraldini93. Type in my name on Facebook. Find me on TikTok. I think it's Geraldini405. I don't know. Just put my name in. You'll find me. But I love y'all. I got a lot of great stuff brewing, but this has been wonderful. Y'all go take a shower. You stank people. Shower. If any of y'all got to travel tomorrow, please don't just get up and go. Shower before you go to the airport. Y'all be stank at these airports. Y'all really be stank at these airports. Y'all get up and just go to the airport and y'all think, here's the thing. I know I was getting off of here, but I got 5 minutes. Here's the problem with me and travelers. Y'all really go to these airports without showering and doing all this stuff and thinking we can't tell that you just got up and came. I can look at your hair and tell that you just got up and came, your clothes, how you walk. Y'all walk stink when you stink. Go shower, man. Go wash up. I love y'all. Go take a shower. I'm out of here.